How do allomorphs change word forms? Imagine trying to say a word and noticing it sounds a little different each time, even though it means the same thing. That's where allomorphs come into play. They are different forms of the same morpheme, which is the smallest unit of meaning in a language. Allomorphs change depending on where they are in a word or what sounds are around them. This helps words fit smoothly into speech and makes pronunciation easier. Think about the English past tense. The suffix ed can sound like t, or ed as a separate syllable. If you take the verb walk, it ends with a voiceless sound, so walked sounds like walked. For play, which ends with a voice sound, it becomes played with a d sound. But if the verb ends with a t or d sound like hunt, the ed is pronounced as its own syllable, hunted. These different sounds are all allomorphs of the same past tense morpheme. They keep the meaning the same but change their form to match the sounds before them. The same idea applies to plurals in English. When you add s to a word like book, it sounds like s, but for dog, which ends in a voiced sound, it sounds like z. And for words ending in s, z, sh, or ch, like box or bush, the plural becomes s, pronounced as a separate syllable. These variations happen because of the sounds that come before the suffix, making speech flow more naturally. Allomorphs change word forms through what's called phonological conditioning. That means the sounds around the morpheme influence which form appears. Our mouths naturally adjust sounds to make speaking easier. For example, if a consonant is voiced, the allomorph might also become voiced. Sometimes, sounds blend together, or a neutral sound called a schwa is inserted to break up tricky clusters. Not all allomorphs follow predictable patterns. Some are irregular, known as suppletive allomorphs. For example, the past tense of go is went, which doesn't follow the usual ed pattern. The verb be changes to was or were, which are completely different words. These irregular forms are learned individually because they don't follow phonological rules. Another way allomorphs change word forms is based on grammar rather than sounds. Take the article a and n. N appears before vowel sounds like in an apple, while a is used before consonant sounds like in a car. This is a rule based on the sound that follows, not the actual letter. The same idea applies to the pronunciation of the. When spoken, the sound's different depending on whether the next word starts with a vowel or consonant, even though the spelling stays the same. Understanding how allomorphs change forms helps us see how words adapt to their sounds and context. These variations are part of the natural flow of language, making speech smoother and more efficient. When you learn a language, you pick up on these patterns without even realizing it. They show how language is built from simple units that change shape depending on where they are and what surrounds them. This process keeps language flexible, expressive, and easy to use in everyday conversation.